Hello, my dear friends. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Binaisa from Righteous of God International Church in this city of Mukono in Uganda. I'm the founder and the CEO of Timely God-led Club, together with Prophetess Brenda Binaisa, who is also my wife. We founded this organization after a conviction from the Lord, where God convicted us after seeing so many people suffering in our community, and they were going through so much. Uganda is a country of over 40 million people, and among the 40 million people, 4 people out of 25 people are people living with disabilities, special people. I call them special because God made them special. God has a purpose why He created them that way. At Timely God-led Club, we are committed to assuring equal access and participation for people living with disabilities in a way that allows them to maintain their dignity and independence. We want to work so hard to ensure that people change the way they take the people living with disabilities, the way they look at them, the way the community perceives and relates with them. Sometimes, like in our country, we have a background where people living with disabilities are rejected, and some people think and consider them to be cursed, or even consider parents with a parent who gives birth to a child of who is disabled. They think they are cursed. They think maybe they went to witchcraft, and it resulted into these people giving birth to such children. And some of the husbands leave their wives when they give birth to persons with disabilities or to children with disabilities. Homes tend to isolate them, and sometimes women suffer so much. They go through so much because they have to raise food for their children, and most of the time they abandon them by their wives, by their husbands. People don't want to know, and they think they are cursed. Another thing, we have these people with special abilities. We call them albinos. They are also people with disabilities. We have a tendency that when the witch doctors sacrifice them, they take their life for rituals, for witchcraft, and they've been on a hunt. So at Timely God-led Club, we want to ensure that we change the mindset and the way people take and treat the persons with disabilities. We want to see that everybody is equal with another, because we don't know why God made a person like that. We don't know, and we may not know why He did it, but God has a purpose. God has a reason in everything, and He may have given you 2 hands. You need to appreciate Him. And how do you appreciate Him? By using your one hand to assist the other that do not have. But we need to have the heart of humanity. We need to go down into the community, like I have been as a pastor, and I've been going down to the community together with my team, my wife, and people at church. We've been going down into the community to see that at least we become a blessing. We become one with these people. We love them. We show them that there are other people that really appreciate, really love you, that are willing to live with you. You know, when a person who is disabled is rejected, it results into resentfulness. They also tend to keep away from other people. They tend to stay away from others. We want that to change. We want people to treat persons with disabilities as equals, not like you look at them and you want to shy away, you want to hide away from them. At least we want to see that we accommodate these people. You can send a person with a disability, go and do this for me. We want to talk to them like really human beings. Why? Because God also has a particular purpose why they were made like that. We may not be able to tell. There is a woman who is under our care. She's called Benita Aquedo. This woman, as you can look at her, she was made cripple. She was not born cripple, but she was made cripple at a very tender age when she was still very young. And she grew up like that. She was attacked by a sickness, and the sickness left her so crippled and her legs so crooked and without energy in her body, and she has been crawling on the ground just like that. And it happens that when a man comes to her, she has now 3 children, but when a man comes to her, he comes at night, sleeps with her, he leaves her pregnant and disappears. So this woman will take the responsibility of taking care of the pregnancy until she gives birth, from the well-wishers like the Timely God-led Club, to give birth, and she will not see this man again. And because she's a woman and she's been taking care of her children, the first man came, behaved like that. The second man came, behaved like that. Men come at night, sleep with her, and they don't want to be identified with her during the day. And she has given birth to very beautiful children, girls and boys. And she lives a very painful life until Timely God-led Club found her. We said, let us at least try to get for her a wheelchair which she can use to do and transact her business. We gave her some startup capital. As you can see, she's been walking on the ground all her time. When it rains, that is even how she goes to the toilet. That is how she goes to the washrooms. She walks on the ground just like that. Even if you give her a wheelchair, it cannot take her to the bathroom. It cannot take her to the toilet. She has to get down the wheelchair, and she takes care of herself. We have a people that have been isolated. Being disabled is not a curse. Being disabled, you should not reject somebody because they are disabled. We need to change the way we think about them. We need to change the way we behave, the way we react with them. When you see somebody disabled, it's just like you. The only thing they don't have legs, they don't have arms, some of them cannot see, some of them cannot feel, some of them cannot walk, but in all other things, they are like you. They have their 5 common senses like any other person. So as the Timely God-led Club, we want these people to ensure that they fit in. We can change the way people think about them. We can change the way people take them. We can, they have the love like any one of us. They have feelings like any one of us. They can be happy. They can be rejected like any one of us. But we can bring them in and they become part of us. And that's why we are working tirelessly. We go down to where they are. You know what Jesus said? Because God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten son, Jesus Christ. Because he loved the world, he did not call the world to heaven. No, he sent his son to come down. When you love people, you go where they are. You identify with them. You cannot say that you love people when you cannot go where they are. So as Timely God-led Club, we working endlessly to see that we're going down to these people. We go where they are. We identify with them. We eat with them. Though we don't have much, but we believe at Timely God-led Club that when you give to the poor, you are lending to God, and the God whom you lend to will pay you back at a time you least expect him. A time you don't expect him to come to show up, he shows up, because this is the work of God, my dear friends. This is the work of God. We don't know why God had to make a person like this. We don't know why God had to do it this way. We don't know why God had to make you like that and make them like that. But all we have to do in order to appreciate God, let us recognize that this is the work which God has made. As for us to be part of their walking, of their seeing, we help them do what we can. I believe no one is able to do everything, but there is at least something you can do to change a life. You can give love. There's nothing that I've seen like one being loved and one to love. Everybody under the sun, you need to be loved and you need to love. And that is life, my dear friend. When you find somebody who loves you and you love, you are able to give love and are able to receive love. If you have nobody who loves you, plant a seed of love. Find somebody that you love. This person, even if this person is not going to be able to give you back love, just give love. Sow a seed of love and you'll reap that very love. So what we do, we give these people food. We are struggling to find shelters for these people because most of these people are rejected and thrown away from their homes. And as Timely God-led Club, we have identified that need, and we want to have a home, a shelter. It may not be so expensive, but as small as it can be, as long as it can put a roof on their heads, we believe we are showing them love by doing that. We are appreciating God for making us like that, making us complete so that we can take care of them. Even the mothers I want to take this opportunity and thank everyone who is taking care of people that is disabled. Thank you so much. You're going through so much. I understand what you're going through. I understand the pain you go through every day. There is a lady that actually gave birth to a disabled child, and she said, I am not going to marry. She's now under our care. She said, I am not going to get married. Why? Because I want to raise this child. No man will accept me with this child. And it happened one day when her sister wanted them to vacate and leave her premises, and she didn't know how to say it. She went and removed the doors from the house in which they were sleeping. She removed the doors, she removed the iron sheets, and this woman cannot even go to work because the child is so paralyzed. People go through so much, and other people have no love. But as Timely God-led Club, we've decided to love them. We don't know why God has called us in such times like this, but we've decided to love them, we've decided to care for them, and I'm inviting you to be part of this. I'm inviting you to like this channel, the Timely God-led Club. Like this channel, subscribe, and share the stories. Every story that we share is so critical, is so important, and the world needs to see this. We have people of different deformities. Like we have a child, we have a boy we helped carry on an operation recently. His name was Nelson. Nelson fell from a tree and fell on a sharp tree and pierced him through the anus, which brought out his intestines. He lived like that for 9 years. He couldn't go to the toilet. He could use everything, his refuse, his urine, and whatever used to go through the intestine. So when we found this child, we called out to the well-wishers and were able to support us. They were able to help us. And we carried out an operation on this boy. Now this boy is normal. He normalized. Thank you so much. And is now going to school. And we need also, he lost his father. His mother had abandoned them, and he was living with his grandfather. When we found them, tears almost went out of my eyes because they were going through a very painful moment. Every time I see these people, sometimes tears roll out of my eyes because of the pain they are going through, because of the life they are leading, because of the way they are being treated. You find a woman who has completely been thrown out by the husband, and it really touches your spirit, touches your heart, and you're wondering why on earth can somebody do something like that to throw out such a woman. It doesn't add up. But as Timely God-led Club, we've decided to stand in the gap and be the feet of the Lord, to reaching out to the poorest of the poor and meet them and meet their needs. We believe in integration, and we are committed to meeting the needs of people living with disabilities in a timely manner. It is a timely manner. We are the Timely God-led Club. We meet the need of the hour. That means because we are timely, when we find somebody lacking food, their need is food, we work so hard to ensure that this person feeds. If it is a shelter, we work so hard to ensure that this person with disability gets a roof on top of their heads. If it is health, we make sure we work so hard to ensure that this person is treated. If the need is counseling and guidance, we ensure that we sit this person down, we talk to them one-on-one, we visit and revisit them to ensure that they really get back their lives back. Rather, if the need is education, we ensure we do everything possible to educate them. Now finally, as we growing up, we are growing up with them, and we have identified that most of these people have got gifts, different abilities, and what we need to do is we want to establish for them a hands-on skill center where they can use, those who have hands, they can use hands, those who can have legs. My dear friend, we want to establish a hands-on skill center to train them so that they cannot be looking at us every time to give them handouts. We're using handouts to fetch them, to get them to us, and then we want to train them. We want to train them to help them love, to work by themselves so that they can support their families. And we want also to train the caregivers of these people with disabilities so that they can earn a living and support their children and support their families. We want their lives to be happy. So we invite you, please, to work with us. If you have a desire to love, you have a desire to make somebody happy, you have a desire to change someone's life, I am inviting you to the Timely God-led Club. We believe that when you help somebody that is not going to pay you back, you are lending to God. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Binaisa, together with my wife, Prophetess Brenda Binaisa, the founders of Timely God-led Club. And we have so many volunteers, those who are coordinating, those we go with them to the field. We are a team of people that have joined together to see that these people find love when they are still in this world. We want to use the time we have on earth to be a blessing to them. Thank you so much. I really love you. You are a blessing to us. And for all of you that have decided to be part and partners of this organization, it is a charity which is also registered. But for those of you that have decided to be part of us, thank you so very much. We love you and we appreciate you. May the good Lord bless you abundantly, exceedingly above, beyond what you can think or even ask. Amen.